Welcome to the Landale Bet Sports Betting Live Show. Let's get right into it. I got some stuff to say, but we got to get some picks down, and we got to look at a lot. Now, every single team in the NBA is playing today, as you guys know. Hopefully, you caught the video earlier today. We got a lot of people already coming in, so much appreciated. Really don't want to waste much time. Was trying to get early, but you know I suck at being early at stuff. What's up, Reaves? Yeah, we got the Risacher bet in. You like Karras as well. We can take a look at that for Levert. Going to try to get as much as we can in. So, probably just hopping game to game. But what's good, Free Sauce? You're talking about Westbrook. Just any pick I see, I'm throwing it in. Like I said, game to game. You're right, Murray might be back. That was crazy. And it does hold up those implications for playoffs are going to be a part of that. So, let's keep it rolling. And if you do have some looks, throw them in there as you guys are coming in. For those of you who are early, just going to remind you that we do have a VIP discount right now for the first 2 months if y'all are interested. So I'm just going to leave that up for anybody who's interested. That's in the description of the video. What's good, Marcus? Always good to have you in here, bro. And Joel's talking about Kevin Porter Jr. Let me put that down with a star. Honestly, I'm not that scared of it. It's about the fishiest thing you can do, Ruben, but I'm not that scared of most of the teams that need to win. You got to be a little bit careful. Like, some teams are playing other teams that are still going to give them a little bit of a run. Obviously, we saw the Dubs lose to the straight up to the Spurs the other night. So we got to keep that in mind. But what's up, Crank Zone? You like Jock Landale? All right, take a look at that. I'm going to put Jock Landale in there. He's starting for Houston, and we know we're not going to have any Şengün in there. So that's a good look. Good to hear from you, bro. And then there's Kevin Porter Jr. again. PRA, 30 minutes last 5, put him on a filter with at least 25 minutes. Yeah, if we can get him to 25 minutes, I think that's probably a good look. So Free Sauce likes some of that stuff. Let me start getting into it as well. I'm going to start sharing my screen here, pull up Props Madness, and we can just get right into it. I've also got the my Twitter page open because that is pretty much the best way, right, to get these updates as fast as possible. Don't want to spend too much time on any one thing so we can get to as much as possible. So keep that in mind as we move forward. We'll let y'all know as you're coming in. If you don't have Props Madness yet, you can get a pretty nice deal, 25% off on that if you jump in and use code LYB. So keep that in mind for Props Madness. Happy to answer any questions about it. Really liked the show yesterday with 5 games because we could just kind of take our time. I could kind of talk about whatever I wanted to. Don't feel that way right now. So let's try to go in order as much as possible, but I am going to use y'all's bets to sort of navigate things rather than just worry too much about what I have here. I do have some bets down already, but let me start with this Westbrook look from Free Sauce, one of the VIP cappers there in the VIP section of the Discord. I think somebody was asking in the comments too how you get into the Discord. You can do that in the description of the video is the link to it, and then the code is listed in there too. So we got that nice code if you want to get some percentage off and get in for the playoffs for sure. So we're talking about Westbrook. Let me go down to that Denver game real quick. And I believe we're going to have everybody in for Memphis as well. Keep me honest. I don't think anybody's even questionable. Yeah, we got all the normal heads that are going to be playing there. And then Murray may or may not be back, but you like Westbrook under either way, I imagine, because of what you were saying, which is and this is always a great way to look at things, which is there's been a change in Russell Westbrook lately in terms of how much he's playing and what his sort of role is on the team since the new coaching staff took over, which was right after April 1st or some shit like that, right? I think the first game actually was the Kings. So they've only played 1 game now without him. Russ had 17 minutes in that game. That surprised me a ton. He did go 2 for 11, but you're talking about the under on the PRA. It's actually, you can get it 20.5 now in some spots. And you said cap him at 25 minutes is what you were saying. And he's at 18.7 in that time frame. So yeah, I mean, let's say we give him a reasonable, even might be able to cap him lower than that. Let's say we give him 19 to 23, because that might be a little bit more what he's in line for, even against the Grizzlies here. Now you're talking about a real nice hit rate to the under, regardless of who's playing. Even at 18.5, if you get 20.5 in there, still a really nice hit rate. I mean, same hit rate. So I can see an under for West. That the only thing that scares me there is how fast that game is going to go if he gets out there for a little bit more against teams that play in a fast pace, which I want to look at real quick. So I can actually go to opponent pace and see if there's any. I probably passed it. See if there. No, not yet. See if there's any correlation between when he plays against teams that play really fast or not. Opponent pace. All right. If we take this and make it some of the faster teams, because we know this is the fastest one in the league, does make you a little bit scared. We can maybe still take his minutes and see if we can get there with the minutes. But this would be the only concern if we're poking holes in that bet. Free Sauce is just the what are we doing here? Minutes. It would just be that part. Let's do 20 to 24 and just see if that gets us anywhere too. But these fast-paced teams, Russ comes out like a bullet. Yeah, even here, just the fast-paced teams alone, a little bit scarier. Had 18 against them at 23 minutes. Jokic was even missing in that game. Yeah, they lost by 15. A lot of people missing that game. Makes it a little bit different. But yeah, I think this is a smart under. So I see where you're at with this one from Free Sauce. Let me keep rolling as well. Get back into these comments. I'm going to get back and star some stuff. But Kevin Porter Jr. has been a look from a bunch of folk. So let me put that up as well. KPJ over 11.5 points. And I don't remember what is up with the tags here for the injury report. Where is this Bucks game at? Is it at the top? Yeah, Bucks Pistons. Looking at KPJ overs. Yeah, so Ryan Rollins is starting, but he's obviously been getting more minutes and closing without Damon. They clearly see him as pretty valuable in terms of the playmaking and stuff. Yeah, I can see that. So let's put KPJ, let's assume he plays about 23, 27 minutes. Let's give him that. And that might even be on the low end, but we can check what ETR says about him too. If we put him at 23 to 27, so an average of 15, looks really good on the points. Also, let's do this with Giannis. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, now we make sure we have him with Giannis because he got traded at one point. So if we look at the dimes, those look really good. 6, you need to take 4+, or you need to take 5+ to kind of make this worth it. But he's averaging 6 a game when he gets this amount of minutes with Giannis this season. And if we look at the points, we like those. The boards were at 3.5. The points 17 now when he plays on this squad with that many minutes. That does seem nice. Let me pull up ETR real quick. If you guys are familiar with ETR, this is what I would be doing as soon as I was like, let me see if what I can bank on for minutes for him. This platform is always going to be the one that I trust the most in terms of their projections for minutes. So I have an account here. It is behind a pretty hefty paywall. If y'all are interested, I'm not pushing it. I'm just saying I trust them the most for minutes. If I search for this Milwaukee game, looking at the minutes projection here for KPJ, where you at, Kevin? 23.5. They have him right at the numbers in terms of their projections. They have him right at the numbers that we're seeing here. This is a good defense, no question about it. They have him right at 11.5 points. Usually that makes sense too. Like they do push the market a lot. Pinnacle has him at 10.5. Interesting. This one's tough for me against this good defense. Like last night was pretty easy to go, yeah, we should be going over on a lot of guys for the Bucks here against the Pelicans. Now I'm not quite as confident. I mean, he's got some good numbers against some pretty good teams, even in close games. 27 minutes, 6 points. Let's dumb this down just to make me feel a little bit better. Let's say 21 to 25. What does that get us? Yeah, he's still at 16 a game. Still looking good on the boards. The PRA is 19.5. Maybe we just go with the points. I mean, 18.5 is even sexier. I just don't have any reason for the dimes as much against a team that's really good. 5th best limiting assists, 8th best versus point guards or guards in general limiting assists. All right, I'm gonna try to keep moving, but I do see where you're at. I condone a bet on KPJ. I see where you're at with that one. That makes sense to me. I'm gonna just put those leans down for you guys just so that they're on the comments real quick. I'm gonna put them on the bottom line as things are scrolling. Let me get that up. So I do like KPJ over. Honestly, I mean, what do y'all like? Because I mean, the points make sense. Brolo should have a bit of a better game. Might actually have to look at his threes in this one against the Pistons. But do they have anything to play for? No, I'm got to look at all this stuff. I'll get to Jock in 1 second. I promise, Crank. Let me go to the NBA standings. I just lost now. 17. Yeah, they're firmly in 5th, right? But I guess no, they played Detroit twice. They have to win one of these games. All right, now we got to go to ChatGPT. This is the end of the season here. This is where we're at. Who has the tiebreaker in the Eastern Conference between the Pistons and the Bucks? Fuck. I should have made it more specific. Give me your response. One tiebreaker on the Pistons standings, head to head. Yeah, so they're both they played twice. So. Yeah, if the Pistons win twice, then things get hella complicated. So they do need to win one of these games. That's really all I'm trying to figure out here. Yeah, I'm putting him in there as the lean. I like that. I'll just take the points because of how good this team is limiting assists. I think that's a good lean. And then the other one was the Russ under 9. If you can get 19.5 PRA, then I like that a lot more. Obviously, minus 120 on DK. All right, so those are gonna be scrolling on the bottom line. Those are just what we're looking at for right now. As far as leans go, Jock Landale. Let's move to that Houston game. All right, we're gonna look at Jock for our boy Crank Zone. Let me see here. Quick reminder, too, since we did have that winning day, hoping to win tonight again. Had that video out. Going to be having plenty of picks in the VIP today. If we win today again, then you'll see in the video that comes out next for Sunday that you get another 50% off going into the VIP instead of this 40% off. But had one winning day yesterday. Nice 2.5 units that we got there. But let's get to Houston. I already took under in this game for Luka. I got that at 46.5 PRA. It is available in some places at 46, but mostly 45 at this point. It was one of those things where Luka, there was a bunch of dudes that were questionable for Houston. Luka had one prop. Then all the guys for Houston are listed out. Then Luka's prop goes up because they think, oh, Ahmed Thompson's out. Dylan Brooks is out. All the best defenders against Luka are out. So let's raise his prop up. That's just natural thinking. But I still like the under with those guys out. In fact, I might like it more because if all those guys are out, this game should be over much faster for the Lakers, which puts Luka on the bench much faster. So that's why I waited until those guys on Houston were listed out. Then I took the under for Luka. Was just waiting for that stuff, knowing that we get a better number. Looking at Jock Landale for our boy Crankzone, like him in the first quarter specifically, right, Crank? That's interesting. Oh, yeah. Quarter rebounds, which is a pretty unique market. Not that many. Yeah, there's only 2 books even with the first quarter rebounds. But he's entirely right that that's way too low. I wouldn't be able to necessarily give this in the VIP because there's 2 books that are holding it, and it's the 2 doo-dooest books of all time. But that is a great look. What are the rebounds in general? 6.5. We probably got him for how many minutes in this game? 18 rebound chances, 34 minutes. Jesus Christ. That's far and away the most he's played this season. What just happens when he plays 25 minutes? He's only done that once, too, and it was for 34. Interesting. Okay. We would have to actually look at stuff a little bit more closely in terms of the on-off stuff for him this season, but he has barely gotten any minutes. Now it just comes down to, let's put this Houston game back up here. See what they have for his minutes. For Jock, they have 31. They have 9.5 boards. What's happening? So it's not even really available. But this is definitely an over for me. I mean, I honestly don't even think the Lakers are necessarily going to blow them out. That's the other problem here. Like, I do still like my Luka under as a come down from the Dallas game. But I mean, I'm not like just dismissing Whitmore, Landale, Sheppard, JG for a little bit. Aaron Holiday's a good backup point guard. I think Landale's good for the boards as soon as this comes out on more spots. But we still only have this on like the weird books and Pinnacle. If you get 7 or 8 boards, like potentially even a double-double for Jock, maybe you just take the boards at 7 or 8.5. The points are up at, that's, okay, 14.5, 10.5. Yeah, maybe a double-double if it's worth it, or you just take the boards and maybe a little ladder. But I like the rebounds a lot for Landale, whether you can play him in the first or the whole game. Austin Reaves made 3s from Revox Sony. Not sure if that was supposed to make me say something funny. You like the Reaves look here. So 2.5 threes from Austin. How many... Excuse me. Whenever I'm looking at 3s, I need to project how many I think he's going to take. So for Austin, 1 for 5, 38 minutes. Don't love that. 7. So for him to have his prop at 7 and for 3, I need him to take 8 to feel good about this. Can I get him to can I get a projection of 8 3 attempts for him? Let's look at games with Luka and with LeBron. In those games, his 3-point attempts are at 7.3, which is exactly what they are on the season. On the season, he's making 2.7. Yeah, this is a pass for me big time. Like, I'd be going under on this before anything. What's his? Yeah, look at the numbers against the Rockets last game. 39 minutes, he only got 3 threes off, right? And a big reason for that is going to be that this defense does not give up stuff to the spot-up shooter. They don't give up stuff to the catch and shoot. They don't double team the ball handler. So they stick to their guys, which means catch and shoot guys that are playing off ball are not left open ever, right? Even if they don't have their normal guys out there, which they're not going to, the defense is still Ime Udoka's defense, and that means they're not going to give up any spot up shots. So I actually prefer an under on Reeves' 3s. What's his history against this team in general? Head to head. So one game he did go 3 for 6. That was in the first meeting in January. Obviously no Luka in that case as well. Doesn't really seem to affect his 3s that much. Last year's a different story. He was only making 2 a game last year. This year he's still making 2.7. I don't think I can get there against a good defense. He's at 2.7 on the season. This is at 2.5, so it's right at his number, but it's minus 128. So that's why when we say we look at the number, we go 2.5. Yeah, maybe if this was like plus 120, then I would say, oh, this is about a 50-50 bet. That's what I'm saying right now. It's about a 50-50 bet. But if it's a 50-50 bet, then I should get plus 100 to take it, right? So that's why I'm out on the number here for Reaves when it comes to the threes. Going to pass on that one. Going to get back in the comments, but go ahead and give this video a like and try to go here for at least another 15. Might throw in a few bonus minutes, but does go a super long way. And going to have a nice stream on Sunday as well. The big mega max whale stupid fun stream with Pips and Prop Bomb and Daft as well. So make sure you check that out on Sunday. TBD on the time. Yeah, we like this was in there earlier. If you look at the bottom line, I got my leans from what we're picking up on the show here that I like. Westbrook PRA under was a look from Free Sauce that I think is a good look as well. So no way, Cody. The live show dying, your phone's dying while waiting at the hospital. No way, bro. Sorry to hear that, man. Get better soon. But yeah, we'll win some bets for you today. K Frosh, you have my attention with this one. You like the also that picture is fire, by the way, for your profile picture. Looking at Reed Sheppard. Let's look at the boy real quick. What do we think about his points ladder, eh? I mean, it's not a bad matchup. If you look at this team, let's look at the last 15, how they've been defending. Like, yeah, 20th limiting stuff up top. As far as limiting threes, 16th, they're about middle of the pack. Their D rating in the last 15 has been 20th. So they're back to like being a bad defense up top, which they should be. I think Reed Sheppard's probably in line for a good game. What do they have his minutes at here? They got 35 for your boy. And he's at 14.5, which makes sense. They have him with 3.5 threes. He's got to be at 2.5. Tell me he's not at 3.5. Yeah, 2.5 for flat. I think this is one of the better plays for Sheppard in this one. You look at some other guards hitting their threes against this squad. Yeah, if he's at 2.5 for this amount, how many did he take last night? He took 10 last night. I mean, I don't know if he's going to get 10 off, but that's a better defense in this one. He took 10 against the Clippers. So I think the threes are the play for Reed. I'm putting that down as the lean, but I appreciate you pointing me towards Reed in this one. That's a good look. Putting him on the bottom line as well. Reed Sheppard. Over 2.5 threes. I mean, he took 10 last night. He hit 6 and had 20 points, right? 18 of his 20 points were from 3. So why would we mess with the points necessarily? That's where I'm at. Minus 114 is a good price. What's the best price? Minus 110, minus 135. Yeah. So if you have bet online, that's the best price. So it's not even really widely available. I have to wait on that. Right now it's minus 135 on Bet365. Interesting. All right. Well, I'm going to leave that in there as a lean. Minus 114 on Bet Online for those of you who can play on the prop builder stuff. That is on the bottom line. Scrolling right now. All right. Reminder, if you want to jump into the VIP, use code day1 for 40% off. For those of y'all that are getting stuff out of the live show, this is hopefully a lot what we bring to the chat as well. And the VIP is a lot of good looks from a lot of smart people. And then, myself going through this stuff with you each and every day. So let me go back up and see if we can, I don't want to miss too much of the chat. Well, fuck, what am I trying to do here? There's too much in the chat right now to figure it out. So I'll just look at it and we'll go from there. And if I miss y'all's looks, I apologize. But I am but a man. What you got? I didn't even see what you were talking about, Cynthia, but I'm not sure if it's Cade over 5. Oh, there we go. My bad. Cade over 5.5 boards. Let's look at that real quick. Cade versus Milwaukee. Yeah, they're going to be coming with it, right? How many did he drop on my team last night? Free Sauce. Our team is struggling. The Knickerbockers are going nowhere very quickly. It's pretty frustrating. And now they're going to have to play Giannis probably in the first round if they have to go down to the 4 seed. It's not looking good, my man. It's not looking good. Cade on the boards. Damn, he did not board against the Knicks. We didn't get tracking data against the Knicks. That's stupid. I hate when that happens. 5.5. Yeah, this is hella low. Why is this low? What has he done against them head to head? 5 on 9. 11 on 7. Was Dame missing in one of these games? I just got to look at that real quick. Because my thinking is for Cade is like, who is he guarding? If he's guarding somebody off ball where we can get this is a good, like, we can get him off ball playing somebody that he can just sort of roam a little bit. When they played, did Dame did play in this one. We kind of have to see who he's guarding. The rebound chances at 9 don't make me love him having to get 6 in their last game head to head. 20 rebounds. 5 on 11, not missing anybody in this game. I don't know if I can get there with it. I do like the fact that, like, against guards, this is not a good rebounding team. Defensive rank versus position. Oh, I'm still in the last 15. Defensive rank versus position. They're second worst limiting rebounds to guards. Cade's not your average guard, so I'm probably going to pass on that one. Jolene likes Ryan Rollins plus 102 over 8.5. We liked him yesterday. This is a way better defense. And if we like KPJ, like Kevin Porter Jr. in this one, then I think that's probably a better way to go. The way that he's been getting minutes over Rollins. Like Rollins is starting and then he's not playing that much in the second half. He had 19 minutes yesterday, even in the games that they're close, right? They won by 7 against Minnie, only played 23 minutes because they trust Kevin Porter Jr. Because let's be honest, Kevin Porter Jr. is a better player than Ryan Rollins. He is not a better human. He is a better player. Hopefully he fixes some of that other shit. So I'm going to have to pass on Rollins if I'm liking KPJ tonight. I thought Rollins was going to get more burn against New Orleans yesterday. That's why we took him at 10 plus. That 19-minute number scares the shit out of me now against a good defense. That's where I'm at. Threes for Brolo. How many did you take yesterday? Yesterday was a terrible matchup for him. We talked about that on the show, and I showed you all why I didn't like him against the Pellies when I thought they were going to smack him. But they do need this game, and it would make sense if they just try to win this one and not worry too much about Sunday. Because if they win this one, they can sit everybody on Sunday. So now I'm starting to think like Giannis triple-double and shit. But I think Brolo, who only played a few minutes yesterday, got 4 threes. And then 28 minutes in this last one. What do they project him for in this game? Let's get to Milwaukee. I want to see what Brolo's numbers are. Because I love Brolo's threes when he plays a team like this Pistons squad, which plays drop defense. He went 1 for 4, so we don't love that. But then he had 5 on 8, right? If he's taking 8 attempts, granted, if he takes 6 attempts, I still like 2 for him. What did you do last year against him threes-wise? Yeah, what were the attempts at? All right, 3.5 last season. This season, they're at 6. So this season, he is shooting a few more of them. This is with Giannis, too. All right, let me see what the other thing I was going to look at here is. Head-to-head, whatever. Minutes, excuse me. Minutes. Brolo, 30 minutes. They have him at 1.7 threes. And they have, what was the points there? Like 12 of them for Brolo. 12.7. His points are like 11.5, 12.5 now. Okay. Yeah, this all seems about fair for Brolo. On the threes, I do like it. I think 1.5. Oh, you can get plus money in some spots too. I'm going to write that down as a lean because I can't pass Brolo against this squad as far as threes go when I know Jalen Duren does not want to come out there to guard him, right? When I say drop defense, when the team is running a pick and roll on offense, right? So the Bucks are running a pick and roll. Jalen Duren is guarding Brolo as he sets a screen. And now Dame is going to come around the screen and try to go forward. So Jalen Duren has to decide, is he going to go up and try to guard Dame, or is he just going to drop, right? And then try to protect the rim. Brolo steps out and gets a 3 at that point. So I'm taking him on as a lean right now over 1.53 PM for Brolo as well, minus 113. You can get plus 105 on 365. So I got to keep that in mind because plus 105 makes this worth it versus minus 113 is what I'm thinking. Plus 105 on 365. All right, keep it moving here. All right, go ahead and give the video a like too, y'all, as you jumping in. Appreciate it. If you're getting anything out of it, I mean, if you're not, whatever, fuck me, I guess. But one bet I'll share with you that I have on the card because brother Reaves brought it up too is our boy Risacher, who is balling big time with a G at the end. He you can still get 14.5 points. I also hit him for 20 plus. It was plus 260 on FanDuel. But look at Risacher without Jalen Johnson, without DeAndre Hunter. First of all, on the season already, let's put this at as many games as possible. On the season without those guys, he's at 14.5 a game, right? But then let's give him let's give him 30 minutes because he's playing 30 tonight once again in a game they should win by a lot against Philly. You give him 20 minutes, even if you like cap or 30 rather, you cap him at 35, doesn't matter. Like he's at 20s, he's scoring in the 20s. So I took him for the really nice plus money on the 20 plus as well. He's playing Philly. This game should be a blowout like last night, but he played 35 minutes in a 24-point win last night. How many Trey play last night? Trey played 31, right? He outminuted Trey. How many Dyson play? He outminuted Dyson as well, right? He got the 35 minutes. Both those guys played fewer because they're like, yo, the kid is hot. Let him keep going. Somebody, I think it was Carissa. My bad if I forgot to get back to you in the VIP, Carissa. You were bringing up that Risacher still might want the rookie of the year, right? So if he has an outside shot at it, then yeah, he and our boy Stephon Castle probably going to be good to try to go off tonight on both cases. Both of them have really good matchups. So I took Risacher here on that one. But let me get back into the comments. I just want to let y'all know I did take that. But just know I see y'all in here too, so I appreciate you guys jumping in. Okay. Cynthia, I don't know what you're pushing there, but I don't appreciate it. put game. Let's see real quick. Did not touch the Bulls game, but that does interest me. Big O world. Join late. Did we touch the Bulls game? I need analysis on Kevin. I know, man. Everybody likes this, and I saw it too. And hang on. I saw it too. And let's look at it because I don't know what to do with it myself, to be honest with you. I don't know what to do with any of these dudes. And it was 12.5. So I missed the boat on that for Huerter, for little red. Dude, he's so fucking pale. You can't even see him unless I go to dark mode. Like, where is he? Is a ghost with some red hair just floating with a Bulls jersey on. I mean, obviously I'm not one to talk here, but I have a little bit melatonin in this dude, or melanin in this guy, melatonin. Anyway, for the Ginge here, 14.5. How do we get there? Like, I don't really know. Let's give him with Kobe, with Giddey's still questionable too, right? I'm just going to go to my noties and see if I have anything here from that. So I love that the Knicks always give us these game time decisions bullshit. Maybe we should be looking at Giannis too to go off. Doesn't that seem like he just goes balls out to just get the win today and not have to worry about Sunday? Oh, wait. And now Malik is questionable. Was there another Piston in here? No, just Malik is questionable. All right. And we didn't get any news on whoever I was just talking about, which is Gidey. Yeah, so we don't have any Gidey news yet. So let's put him in there with all those guys. Like, doesn't look great, does it? Let's give him, I mean, even if I give him minutes, the most he's going to have is 4 out of these 15 games that he's played with all those bros. Let's give him 30 tonight. Still at 14 a game, right? This 12.5 number was beautiful, and 14.5, we kind of lose an edge here with our guy. They have him at Chicago minutes for Huerter. Yeah, 31.5, 13.5 points. Doesn't really get there. I know it's an easy matchup. This game scares the shit out of me. I'm honestly not planning on betting anything in this one. So, yeah, I don't have enough analysis for you on it because the other thing is, like, Alex Sarr, I would be going under. Look at what happened yesterday with the Wizards. This is the last thing I'll say about this game. If you are betting on this game, the analysis here for the Wizards is yesterday they were down by 10 going into the fourth quarter. Alex Sarr had 25 minutes, right? So you expect him to play at least like 6 in the fourth quarter, maybe 5 at the least, but like you expect him to play his normal minutes in a quarter, which is 5 to 6 at least. He didn't play in the fourth quarter because they were down by 10 and they could have won the game, and they can't afford to win the game because of the tankathon. So Alex Sarr, even if he's in there for the first half for 25, for the first 3 quarters, if he plays 25 minutes and they're anywhere close in this game, he's not touching the fourth. I don't know if he plays if they're blown out by 30. I would guess not. But who the hell is on the floor for this team? They don't even have a center anymore. So that's why I'm just like, there's so many different ways that any bet that I put down on this game could get screwed up that it's just kind of not worth it for me. Because if they do get blown out, does Huerter play the fourth quarter? Like, they still want to win the next game on Sunday. It's all just weird. This game might not even mean anything for the Bulls other than keeping the Heat at bay. So it does mean something. You see what I'm saying? I could go in circles about this game for 20 minutes and it wouldn't matter. This might be one that's like, yeah, just chill, man. Yeah, good call, Orlando. I ended up hitting 30 plus for anybody that wants to tail that too. I took Book 2-1. I got plus 200 for him to get 30 tonight. I think his fuck it tour is still on, right? Like, he's still on that tour of just like, I'm playing 40 minutes. I'm shooting 30 times. He just didn't get it against these 2 really good defenses, including the blowout that they lost to the squad there. So to the Dubs right here and the Thunder. So yeah, love Book. Agree with that, obviously, because I said it originally. Jalen Green should be an under. That's the sharp play on him right now. Going back to that Houston game, JG. Shout out my guy Swish. By the way, gave him his own channel in the VIP Discord. Has a really good bot that he's been using, but also just a sharp dude. He's still sharper than his bot. I don't know if he admit that to you or not, but he is. So I still would rather listen to what he has to say. But he's using some really good AI tools that he's put together that have been really, really helpful. He's the one that brought up the Jalen Green stuff to me yesterday. Jalen Green, a lot of sharps around were saying, just take everything under. He had 15 minutes yesterday. I think he's just playing 82 games. I don't think he's missed one this season. So, to get like a notch on his belt for having played in the game, he needs to go 15 minutes, I believe. So he's going to play 15 minutes again. So this seems like a good under again if you put him at 15 minutes. This defense is not yesterday's defense, that's for sure. But maybe just an under on the PRA. 16.5, like 15 minutes isn't enough for him to get 16.5 PRA. Well, it's actually not that bad. He had 20. Yeah, like it's actually pretty close. He had 43 in 38 minutes. But they were trying to win. So I think with guys like Cam Whitmore out there too, they'll be getting plenty of shots up. I think PRA under for JG. You can't even get it everywhere, right? Like the books are onto this stuff as well, which is like Jalen Green's not playing, so they're not even offering you unders. That's what's going on in this Boston game, by the way. Let me point that out as well, and then I am going to take a quick look at Giannis. If we look at this Boston game, excuse me, come on, you can't take unders. Like most of the only books giving you unders are BetOnline, Pinnacle, Bovada, Offshore, and then the P2P exchanges, the Fliff and the Novig, right? Those will give you unders if you want to take it. But that's where I'd be betting these things. You can't bet unders for the Celtics. Brian Windhorst meme. Why can't we take unders? Why not? They don't know either. They know they're going under. Jason Tatum's not playing enough minutes to go over on all his props, but I can't even go under on his props. They won't let me bet them because they know what they're doing. They're just trying to sucker people who want to take overs into taking overs. Do not do that for the Celtics players. Please don't take any overs. That makes no sense. They're not like if they didn't step on the floor tonight, Tatum or Porzingis or Derek White, if none of them touched the floor, I would still take the Celtics to win by 15. I'd probably take them to win by 20 because I know Pritchard and Hauser and those guys are going to try. But if you ever see an opportunity to take an under for a Celtics player, do that. I don't think you're going to get that opportunity. That's all I'm saying. Let's see. TJK, my boy Hannah, not Hannah. Make sure I'm pronouncing that correctly. Think you've seen a ton of people on Obi top end, but what about Benny Matz? 22.5 PR. He's starting, and he's gone over in 6 straight games when he's playing 30 plus. It is a tough matchup versus Orlando, but is it a tough matchup versus Orlando when you don't have the normal players out there that they normally do? Might not be that bad of a matchup for him. And if he is the primary ball handler, it's actually a really good matchup for him. But now you got me thinking, oh, yeah. So TJ shit got tanked, right? He's all the way up at 8.5 times now. Let's see. Some guys that I'd be considering over for are like Tristan da Silva. I could see him playing big minutes like Jet Howard, Caleb Houston, like young guys that don't even normally get rotation minutes. Orlando does this game is beyond meaningless for them. So I actually don't even like Cole Anthony as much as I like a guy like Da Silva who just got completely bumped from the rotation. But when he was in the rotation, if you gave him 30 minutes, is that about 13 points per game? Yeah, they're not giving us his props either. This is all bullshit. All right, let's see if there's anything that we can actually get props on. Benny Matz was what you were talking about, and then I just got distracted again. So let's give Benny Matz 30 minutes. Because they can still win this game. I mean, they can still claim the 3 seed, right? Let's cap him at 36 for right now. He's at, damn, that's not very good, is it? It's just been in the last bit. Let's look at games without Hallie. How many of those has he played in? This is helpful, right? And were you talking about Obi? God damn. And Benny Matz. I'm right. Okay, good. And then the rebounds here without Hallie, not going to matter as much, but yeah, 6.7 because he had that big game against the Nets. So that's a little bit of an outlier. So the PR 22 and now it's 23 and a half some spots. Yeah, it looks like it got bumped up 1-2 as well, but 27.8 per game, just under with 23 minutes here and 31, but had 19 points against Cleveland. Just didn't get the boards against Cleveland. And his boards are 4.5 is not too high. Wow, plus money too. Yeah, I see what you're seeing. I like the Benny Matz look here. Obi, yeah, a lot of people are going to be on Obi. I mean, yeah, Obi should be there, but even in games where like we've seen guys miss, he hasn't played 30 minutes, but like once this season, right? I think it was like the Timberwolves game. Yeah. Other than that, he's not seeing like 30. So you can't just like automatically put Obi in there the way I think you can with Benny Matz. Like he's going to be doing a lot of scoring. I completely agree. I think the scoring is probably safer than the, and I was going to say, is it 1.5 threes plus money? You might be able to convince me of that too. What's he done without Hallie when he's on the threes? That ain't bad. 2.2. What's the 3 attempts at? 4.7. Come on, man. Oh, he took 1 against the Bulls, though. 4 here, 4, 7, 6, 6. So we can't really get more than 6 attempts out of him. Probably 5. But would you take 2 for 5 from him for plus money? I think I would. Now I'm convincing myself it's the threes. It's probably both. Maybe you just take 20 plus. Maybe you get some plus money on that. I think that's the way to play Benny Matz. But thank you for pointing me towards him. TJK, also known as Hannah, in the VIP. Really good looks from our guy when he's bringing his brain to the table. Much appreciated. I'm putting this on the bottom line as well. I'm going to do like 1 or 2 more, and then I do got a dip. Let's put Benny Mathurin. I'll write Benedict so y'all know who I'm talking about. Benedict Mathurin. Dude sounds like an old British scholar. Benedict Mathurin over 1.53 p.m. I'm going to name my baby Benedict. Plus 102. FD. And then, yeah, I do like the over. I like I'm just like 20 plus points. Like, what are we messing around with 18 and a half? Modi would kill us for that. That's got to be plus money. I know if Crankzone's still in here, he would kill us for taking 18 and a half and not just going for 20 plus. You already know. But I like that look from you, TJK. So appreciate you bringing that. My fellow Josh, if I may. Let's see real quick. All right, we got a lot of looks in here, y'all. I'm just going to try to like see if I can't go rapid fire. Yeah. Yep. For sure. No, the books are scared, Amber. So, like, it's a good question to ask. Like, why aren't some bets showing up? Are they still thinking? Yeah, they're not just thinking. They're also like either waiting for news that tells them Jason Tatum is capped at 20 minutes tonight. They need news to tell them that the minutes are going to be what they think they're going to be, right? And if they don't get it, then they're just scared to put it out. But they're just going to lose money. Here's what happened. Jalen Green is the example that I was going to use, and that's the bet that made you bring it up. So this is perfect, right? Jalen Green yesterday probably cost the books a ton of money. I don't think Swish is in here anymore, but Swish probably has a good guesstimate because having worked at the sports books, he probably has a good guess of how much money the books lost on Jalen Green yesterday because Sharps came in with big money on the unders for Jalen Green. So now they're barely even giving that availability to you for his unders, or they're just putting it all the way down at like 10 points because they don't know what else to do. So that's why some of those bets aren't even showing up, is the books are just like, well, we lost money on this because we didn't have all the info we needed, and they got smacked about it. So, yeah, that is true too. If someone was asking about Booker, the Effort Tour is what I'm calling it for him. I still see him at like 38 to 42 minutes, and I still see him at like 25 to 30 shots tonight. So against the Spurs, poo-poo ass defense, we're gonna like that one for him. So let me see. Yeah, I said Melon. I was hoping nobody caught that. My boy, where are you at? Oh, I just saw you caught me. I meant melanin. I always mess up melanin and melatonin. You know what I meant. All right. Appreciate it. I'm saying I have more melanin than Kevin Huerter, at least. Yeah, Swish is still around. Yep. And yeah, you got the nada on the green info. Yeah, I got you. So yeah, but today you got nada. But yesterday there was some good info flying around about green. And then, yeah, he went hella under. Not saying you have the info about how much they lost, maybe. That's what you're referencing. But you know they lost hella. Let's see. Damn, that was crazy. I guess that does mean it's probably time to go, y'all. I do got to get back into some stuff here for the VIP. Hopefully those leans help you out. They're just going to be scrolling on the bottom. Go ahead and give this video a like if you would. Goes a super long way. I needed to get one more in by myself with y'all before we, have the Sunday big mega pod that we're going to have with everybody. So hope to see you guys on Sunday because it's going to be a blast, man. There's going to be 15 games. 4 of us there with a lot of looks. Everybody comes in, bring your comments, and we got a lot of eyes on the chat. Really appreciate that. And then there's going to be a lot of bets. There's going to be a lot of stuff to talk about on Sunday because we're going to have a lot of players not playing. We're going to have games that don't matter, but guys like Prop Bomb know who the hell is sitting at the end of the bench in the G League. So that's going to be helpful there on Sunday. So jump in that VIP, though, if you want to get in there for the playoffs. Hope to see you guys in there. Going to have video for Sunday and then see y'all live on Sunday as well. And until I do, happy betting.